God cannot be calculated. But we can assess the revelation of God in our life part time. I brought this topic out from my manuscript I wrote many years ago, which it will take some years to bring it as book. God cannot be calculated. For instance, you will hear a preacher says the war will end perhaps in 2026, in 2030, in 2031. That means that preacher doesn't know when the war will end. The war will end doesn't depend on calculation. It depends on when God says he will end the war. A preacher can be presumptuous in saying the war will end in so and so dates. God did not fix dates for the world to end. No matter how spiritual giants we might think we are, I've read the Bible many times, and I know that there is no date in the Bible that the war will end. So we must know that the end of the war will depend on God, not man. Jesus Christ was asked, Master, when is the war coming to an end? He did say to them, he said, when you see troubles, you see war, country fighting against yourself, earthquake, and what have you, just know the war is coming to an end. That is a precursor to know the world is coming to an end. But it is not exact. Jesus Christ did not say exact. He just said, when you see these signs, and the signs has been there, and the world has not ended. So, the world is to end when God decides. Man cannot fast forward the end of the rapture or the end of the war. The end of the world depends on God's sensitivity and his intent in our life. When he decides to end the war will end. Now, no any man can fast track the end of the war. That's why I brought this topic. God cannot be calculated. No matter how spiritual giant anyone can think he is, you cannot change the status quo of God. You cannot overturn God's judgment. We are just human beings who have revelation of God. If God didn't give any man revelation, he would not know. Revelation is not manipulated, or it's not by our power we have the revelation. It is the power of God in us that will get the revelation of life, of what will happen in the future through the Spirit of God in us. The Bible says in Deuteronomy, it says, how do you know this person is overzealous or presumptuous about his word? He said, when he prophesied, and if he didn't come to pass, he would know that he is overzealous about the things of life. You can't be overzealous or presumptuous to overtake what God has not made to be done in his way. So we must be strengthened to take up the gift of God and work towards what God intends for us, rather than submerging the power of God and allowing other people to overtake us because of somebody have said the war will end in so and so dates. There is no date in the Bible that God will rapture the war.